Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the most compelling stories in Asian entertainment. Whether you're here for the love stories, career triumphs, or the latest truths behind the buzz, you're in the right place. If you've followed Wang and Shen Yue since Meteor Garden, then you already know their chemistry on screen was absolutely electric. But what happens when that chemistry turns into relentless rumors off screen? Today, we're unpacking the whirlwind of headlines, misunderstandings, and the fierce loyalty of fans who are now setting the record straight. Sit back and get cozy. This is one story you won't want to miss. Ever since Meteor Garden hit our screens in 2018, the names Dylan-Yue and Shen Yue have become inseparable in the hearts of drama lovers everywhere. Their unforgettable chemistry as Dao Mingxi and Dong Shankai didn't just revive the classic love story, it sparked a global wave of admiration, curiosity, and, inevitably, speculation. While many hoped their on-screen spark carried over into real life, the years that followed were filled with swirling rumors, silence, and media twists that left fans unsure of what to believe. But now, something remarkable is happening. As the noise gets louder, the truth is beginning to shine, thanks in part to fans who never stopped paying attention. Today, we're peeling back the headlines to reveal what's really going on between Dylan and Shen Yue, how they're navigating the spotlight, and why their quiet response might just be the most powerful one of all. Let's dive into the story behind the story. It started, as it often does in showbiz, with a look, a glance too long during a press event, a playful exchange during a behind-the-scenes cut, and suddenly, whispers were ignited. Dylan-Yue and Shen Yue, who charmed the world as Dao Mingxi and Dong Shankai in the 2018 remake of Meteor Garden, had not only become rising stars in Chinese entertainment, but also unwilling centerpieces in a wave of speculation. The rumor mill went into overdrive. Were they dating? Were they feuding? Did they fall out? Or was it all just fan imagination? What made this story different from the typical rumor cycle was how personal it became, not just for Dylan and Shen Yue, but for the millions of fans who had watched their on-screen journey with wide eyes and full hearts. Their undeniable connection sparked hopes for a real-life romance, or, at the very least, an enduring friendship. So, when reports started claiming distance, tension, or even animosity between the two, fans were left reeling. At first, both stars kept their usual cool. Dylan, known for his charismatic and reserved demeanor, remained focused on his projects like Love Between Fairy and Devil, while Shen Yue quietly built her portfolio with heartfelt performances in dramas like Another Me and Use for My Talent. But behind the calm, the narrative was building momentum. Paparazzi photos were interpreted as signs. Lack of interaction on social media was seen as proof. Anonymous insiders fed the flames, and soon it felt like everyone had an opinion. But here's where the story flips. Their fans, ever loyal and incredibly observant, began to fight back. In an era where misinformation spreads like wildfire, these fans became digital detectives, carefully comparing timelines, reviewing interviews, and decoding gestures that others had overlooked. They uncovered something beautiful, not scandal, but subtle solidarity. In one interview, Dylan casually mentioned how grateful he was to Shen Yue for helping him through his first major acting role. She made the set feel like a playground, he said, his eyes softening with the memory. It didn't feel like work. Fans resurfaced this clip and pointed out how his tone didn't match someone harboring bad blood. Then came Shen Yue, who during a fan event, when asked who had the most impact on her early career, smiled gently and answered, Wang Hedi, Dylan's Chinese name. Because no matter what, he was always kind. These moments, genuine and unscripted, began painting a different picture. And fans didn't stop there. They posted side-by-side shots from their older interactions and recent ones, showing the same warmth in their body language, the same spark in their laughter. Even the absence of social media interactions was contextualized. Many celebrities in China are contractually bound or choose discretion to avoid exactly this kind of drama. But perhaps the most stunning moment came during a recent awards show. Seated a few seats apart, cameras caught Dylan glancing in Shen Yue's direction during her acceptance speech. When she stumbled over her words from nervousness, his lips curled into a smile, a quiet, proud one. It was barely a flicker, but fans caught it. They knew what it meant. More than just defending their idols, fans had created a movement. Hashtag Trust Dylan-Yue began trending across platforms like Weibo, Douyin, and even international fandom hubs like Twitter and TikTok. They were tired of the toxic narratives and made it their mission to spread not only truth but positivity. They created videos showcasing Dylan and Shen Yue's best moments together, wrote threads debunking false claims, and even organized digital appreciation days. And something incredible began to happen. Media outlets, perhaps initially complicit in fanning the flames, started retracting previous implications. Some even published fan-made compilations, highlighting the duo's real story. A popular entertainment blog wrote, "Maybe it's time we stop trying to force romance or rivalry and just let two talented people support each other the way they always have." Dylan and Shen Yue never released a joint statement. They didn't need to. Their silence was not avoidance. It was maturity. In an age of overexposure, their choice to let actions speak louder than headlines was refreshing. When Dylan posted a quote about trusting the process and blocking out noise, fans knew it wasn't random. And when Shen Yue shared a behind-the-scenes clip from Meteor Garden without any caption, just a heart emoji, it was enough. This is more than just a story about two celebrities navigating fame. It's about how authenticity wins when people pay attention to truth over hype. It's about how fans, when driven by care, not obsession, can uplift their idols and restore dignity to stories that would otherwise be twisted. Dylan, Wang and Shen Yue didn't strike back with drama. They didn't lash out or throw blame. They struck back with grace, subtle gestures, and a quiet understanding that sometimes real bonds don't need to be shouted from rooftops to be real. And that, perhaps, is what makes them so beloved. So, as we continue to celebrate their work and the magic they bring to our screens, separately or together, let's remember the lesson here. Not every silence hides a secret, and not every rumor deserves belief. Sometimes, the truth lives in the eyes of those who were there from the beginning. And for Dylan and Shen Yue, it's clear that no matter how loud the noise gets, the quiet loyalty between them and their fans will always speak louder. Stay tuned to this channel for more deep dives, untold stories, and updates on your favorite stars. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the story. And if you've ever believed in Dylan and Shen Yue's journey, on screen and off, drop a dizzy in the comments.